Alex, my buddy from the Asian Mice Show. We was having a conversation last night. Um, Alex, I'd like to thank you for the suggestion of today's video. I'm going to start off with the metaphor that you stated would be a really good inclusion in a video. The truth is like a baseball bat. It can hurt like hell or it can knock one out of the park. So, here is my example. Mr. Bloomberg, I'd like to explain to you that you are grossly mistaken. Contrary to belief, education is not an industry. Not in the least. Farming is our breadwinner industry here in Cheney. Contrary to belief of universities and college being an industry, that is far from accurate. Learning and teaching is not an industry. Learning and teaching are portions of each industry. It is not an industry of its own. As a farm kid, I grew up not only learning, but also teaching others around me. For your gross and derogatory statement of farming is easy, dig a hole, put a seed in the ground, fill it back in, and you're a farmer, is grossly disrespectful. I grew up tending to dozens of critters every day. 365 days a year, except on leap year it was 366 years, which we are on a leap year. Let me continue my explanation. My explanation continues as follows. Today I use the truth as a baseball bat to beat you into submission. Verbally, not physically. I'd like to see you plant 27 bags of seed and have a success rate of 90% or higher in getting all of those seeds to get of all the seeds you plant. I want to see you in 27 bags of seed have a 90% success rate in the crops taking root before you go putting your foot in your mouth again. That is a small portion of the number of bags of seed that go into the ground in my town of Cheney, Washington. Not inside the town itself, but literally all the way around this town as far as the eye can see. We pray for rain. We pray for dryness. We pray for blessings. We paid the price. And for you to say putting one little old seed in the ground makes you a farmer is inaccurate. It is disrespectful. Wow, you can put a seed in the ground. You've proven nothing. All you did was bury a little seed. What have you done to ensure it's actually going to grow? What are the nutrients there? Also, not only that, but what's the water table like there? Is it going to rise up too high and drown the seed? Another one. Is your climate so dry that by not watering it whatsoever that it will die? Plants, much like any form of life, need proper amounts of everything. And for you to state that you can teach anyone to farm yet you're not a farmer yourself. All you talk about is putting one little old seed in the ground. How are you going to put millions of seed in the ground? Millions of seeds. When you can come up with an intelligent answer, you can talk down upon us. Now, furthermore, we're all open to learning something. Now, furthermore, I've lended a hand to many of my neighbors, and they've lended a hand to me in return many times. I personally have assisted with heavy equipment operations, ranging from getting machines that weigh more than your sedan unstuck, pulling machines that weigh more than your family sedan unstuck. Cool, you got your family sedan stuck and you got it out. Congratulations. Now try that with a bulldozer that weighs 10,000 pounds. That travels at a top speed of 2 miles per hour. Sounds simple enough, right? There's a lot of science. There's a lot of things that are involved in it, getting a 10,000 pound bulldozer unstuck. Not only that, have you ever gotten a tractor stuck out in the field? I doubt it, because quite frankly, you have no farming experience. Additionally, you have no idea what it's like to watch all of your dreams be washed away by a rainstorm. You also have no idea what it's like to lose your ass because of weather. You have no idea what you speak of. You are insane, and it is extremely saddening to see how insane you are. You claim to be a leader when the truth is you're a dictator. Now, to you, I just beat the crap out of you with the truth. To those of us who know what the hell we're talking about, I hit the ball out of the park. Not only that, you all have no idea what it's like. Mr. Bloomberg, you personally have zero idea what it's like to be without power for over a week and have to travel 25 miles to go take a shower. You have no idea what that's like. And for you to speak of knowing how to farm when you've never done it yourself, you've never been in a week or longer power outage, you've never planted a garden, you've never done anything other than drop a seed in the ground, is unacceptable. It's irresponsible and outright disgraceful. You're a disgrace to your country. Please resign. Better yet, don't just resign. Resign and move over to North Korea. Work for Kim Jong-un. Have a nice day, Mr. Bloomberg. We will not tolerate being spoke down upon. Now, if you can teach us a thing or two about how to do better, we're all ears. But for you to just disrespectfully say that it is as easy as putting a seed in the ground and you're a farmer is a gross and disgusting understatement of what the truth about farming is. What about tree production? What, is it as simple as throw a seed in the ground for that? That's bullshit. You don't plant the seed you put in the ground until 60 or 70 years later. Sometimes if you're lucky and you got a fast-growing tree species, 40 years later. But for you to accuse us of not knowing what we're doing by telling the general public that farming is easy and farming is simple is a gross mistake. It is a disrespectful, it is a disgusting fact. I've never been more disgusted by politics in my entire life. And with that said, You are definitely not a man of God, because a man of God has respect for the people he works for. You have none. You have no room to talk. And I'm not trying to be disparaging or anything. You did it all yourself. This is your backlash. I'm an engineer. I'm also a construction. I also work construction. I also work farms. I do all sorts of things in my area. And for you to disrespect me and disrespect my fellow farmers, I will not tolerate it. I will not stand down. I will not back down. I'm one of the very few YouTubers in my entire area. And for you to talk down upon the people who put bread on my table is disrespectful. It's unacceptable. It's unintelligent. You are incompetent for your job. Please step down. Without further ado, a wise man once said, partaking in the tree of life is an amazing thing. However, you must plant the seed before you partake in the tree of life. For if you partake of the tree of life without assisting it in growing new trees, it will not expand, which is exactly what you have proven. You are continually putting your foot in your mouth. You're continually being disrespectful to all Americans. The reason that there is only 2% of the population farming anymore is because of people like you, giving people false information. For anyone to say that we're just some dumb hick and drinking beer, driving circles in a field is a disgrace, it's a disrespect, and it's unintelligent. You like riding horses, right? What do they eat? What we make for them. You like eating a nice steak. Well, you know what? We grow steak in our area. It's not as simple as throw a steak in the ground. You want to say it's that simple? You're gravely mistaken. Quite frankly, sometimes I have to talk terribly about a person who disrespected not just myself but others. I take no pride in this. I do it because it's necessary. After you have planted 27 bags in 1 month, then you may speak. Until then, keep your mouth shut, Mayor Bloomberg. We greatly appreciate being treated respectfully. We will not be spoke down upon here on the back hills of Genie. Please do me a favor and shut your mouth. And also resign. For all my fellow people out there who are farmers in my area watching this video, I thank you for putting bread on my table. I thank you for putting the peas on my table. For I know with violence there will be no world peace. For war is a created evil by man. For war is legalized mass murder. And that, my friends, is why I refuse to join the military. You are nothing but property in the military. I mean no disrespect to the people who are in the military. I appreciate your service. However, I respectfully refuse to be in the service. For I serve in a different way. I serve my country not as a piece of property, but more of a productive member of society, which there is no politician that can fit that bill. Thank you. And I conclude it with this. We will appreciate you creating a YouTube channel of you becoming a farmer after 5 years experience. We may begin to take more seriously that which you say. For steak is not a vegetable. Steak came from an animal. And for you to say that producing food is as simple as throwing a seed in the ground is inaccurate. Furthermore, for you to say that, to imply that to put a seed in the ground, a loaf of bread pops out of the ground, is wrong. It's a big and gross mistake of you to state. I will not tolerate it. None of us will. And you know what? Anyone who wants to learn how to farm, I know what I'm doing. Anyone who alleges that I do not are not a good student and do not deserve the shirt off my back. I've actually given my shirt off my back to many people. However, those people were truly deserving. We farmers, we take care of our own. And my dad, well, without him, I probably wouldn't be as skilled as I am. And for you to allege that we don't know what we're doing is absolutely a gross mistake. Thank you all. I encourage you to do what you feel is right. Thank you. Stay tuned. There will be more videos.